Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Playing World Tanks. I'm AJ, and today we'll be looking at a game that I had in Object 268, which is the Russian Tier 10 tank destroyer, and used to be one of the best tank destroyers in the game until it got nerfed into the ground. I still think it's a decent tank destroyer just because it hits hard enough, its mobility is somewhat decent, like it's not as amazing as it used to be. And the pen is just insane. But this is just a showcase of how to play the 268 on most maps. So the 268 has insane camouflage values. If you don't have really good camo crew, the 268 could literally be sitting in the open and shooting at you, and or from behind a bush, and it's really hard to see where it is. I forgot to save one of my games, and essentially what I did was I reset the cap like 3 or 4 times. You know, from about maximum range where I could spot the enemies, and they could never see me just because I think none of them were packing coated optics or things like that. So again, something to keep in mind. But this is one of the ideal locations on this map. Remember, for the 268, it provides decent camouflage for this tank. You can shoot almost anything that's spotted on the ridge, but the one drawback is you need somebody to spot. Now here I position myself behind and some trees, hoping to get sight on whatever is being lit. And again, the 268 is really good at like sniping from long distances. Its only drawback is that the shell travel time is very long on this gun, so you have to sort of anticipate where your enemy is going to be a couple of seconds ahead of where you want to shoot them. Again, so nothing too major that you can't actually learn. Now, while we do this, and it's going to be somewhat boring because I'm going to sit in one place and basically snipe for a long time, the good way of playing a tank destroyer like this is that you use its mobility to get into an amber spot quickly, and then use its camouflage to stay there. Now again, I tried to do that to the best of my ability in this game. Again, 268 has pretty good camouflage values, probably the best in the game as far as TDs are concerned. I think the new STRV, the Swedish tank destroyer, might have better, but until that comes out, we'll see what it is. And so this is a really good sniping tank. It could play in as a support role in city maps as well. You just have to have somebody to tank shots for you. Now here I wait for the AMX 5120, but I start moving back because I knew I would be spotted, so I didn't want to sit out in the open and take a shot. Anyways, some of the other things is that the reason why there hasn't been a lot of content on the channel is because I've actually gotten a full-time position, and it's killing me slowly on the inside. And once I come back home, the last thing I want to do is play World of Tanks. I just want to pass out most of the time, and that's purely because, you know, unfortunately my body's not used to working as much anymore, and so it will take me a couple of weeks to sort of get back into the rhythm. I'll try to make more videos. I actually even haven't touched World of Tanks for any length of time to show you what I've been doing, so there's that as well. So I mean, don't like leave the channel just yet, please. It's kind of my pet hobby now, because, you know, I wasn't making much money from this anyway, so I mean, I needed to get a full-time job. So you know, unless I have a lot more subscribers, and a lot more subscribers, this will probably be you know, a hobby until then. And also, like, since my clan pretty much is engaged in a full-time war with some of the other clans, I don't get to play like World of Tanks for fun. It's mostly like I get to play it because, you know, I have some time to myself. Those things don't happen anymore, so I have to actually literally go out of my way to make some time to play this game when, you know, we're not actually fighting other clans, because, you know, when I come back, that's the prime time for like clan wars, and I basically sit down, play a couple of clan wars battles, and basically leave. So essentially that's been my interest in these days. And again, nothing you can do about that. What I'm trying to do now is get enough replays for like over a weekend, and probably try to like post them like over one day, like probably stagger them a little. But again, that is something to be seen. I haven't I haven't like decided or done any of those things, so I can't really say one way versus the other, but we'll see. Again, one thing to keep in mind about the 268, and I mean that's near those channel updates. One thing to keep in mind about the 268 is HE is very devastating if it actually pens. You can actually one-shot Roombas in this thing if you have HE loaded pretty easily, because it has pretty good pen and it rolls for 1100 standard. So that's just the standard on that. I decided to move up and actually play much more aggressively. I'm trying to aim for this 210, which gets taken out very easily, and now it's just mop-up duty for this tank, which it can be really good at, because fast enough to get with some of the more mobile tanks on our team. So again, I sneak up, I try to see if I can just get, and the Narman is a little bit too well angled for me to pen that, but we'll try this again, but this time we'll actually go over and shoot him. I'm trying to find a flat spot to shoot him, and he gives me a flat spot this time, so take him out. And the other thing about the 268, it has so much pen that you get overconfident sometimes that you can pen. Again, I'm holding HE because I wanted to put one in this one. Oh, unfortunately, I couldn't do much, but we'll see. Again, this battle has become a lot closer than it needed to be, just because team towards the end hasn't played as well as they should have. But it's not going to be close or that much closer anymore. I still have HE loaded. Could have switched while I was moving, but I was reluctant to because I didn't know whether I would spot anything, and I'd rather, you know, use HE on somebody than. And here, the prime candidate to use HE. I snapshot him because I don't want him to hit me, so. Now back to AP rounds. I don't carry heat rounds in this. I've started to, but I don't really use them just because. You know, sometimes I just get frustrated and want to use some heat rounds to, you know, get some damage done. But like again, heat rounds are not the best, you know, rounds in the game. So again, I'm hunting this Leo. Leo tries to go around. Leo tries to. Leo dies. So I mean, it's pretty good in this scenario in which like you don't have that much. The enemy team doesn't have that much health. You can basically one-shot most of the things on the enemy team. Now I really have loaded the HE round for this Roomba, and I was aiming. I was hoping to pen him, but like somebody else hits him right before it, so I don't get the full damage on it. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next episode of Playing WOT.